on, we're getting together, making it happen. WRBN, Warner Robins. And the beat goes on.
Champagne. Ripple is what he used to serve.
Yeah, what he used to drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shady Grady would.
I've been watching it on Amazon Prime.
That's the best. It was one of the best shows. That whole era of TV was good.
I want to say, I just read something the other day that said that he was 55 when he 50 or 55 when he played that part. He was young when he played that part.
Well,
Red Fox. It was crazy.
that
I was like,
makes sense.
he's playing a 65-year-old man, but he's young.
right, but I mean, I'm sure they had makeup.
Oh yeah, they did.
And
they did.
well, and
just the way he acted, it was just.
he was mimicking an old man.
Oh yeah,
knew,
but it's like sure. Natural. It was like natural for him. It was sick.
He would killed it.
He did killed it every
killed
time. That was a great show.
You know, he was childhood friends. Him and Malcolm X were in a gang together early on in their life. They were like
that's
best
crazy.
friends. Yep.
Damn.
Red Fox and Malcolm X. Yeah, something like that.
You ever listen to any Red Fox? Old comedy?
Yeah.
It's some of my favorite. Mm-hmm. I've been listening to it a lot. Went back and rediscovered it. Man, it is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking about people being ugly. It's the funniest shit ever on the bus.
Best thing. That's the best thing.
He's not dirty at all. He's just talking about people being ugly.
Mm. Him and Robin Harris was like that. You ever listen to Robin Harris?
Robin
Harris.
No.
Yeah, he was in like house party movies and.
I think I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Bebe's Kids and all that. Yep.
Bebe's Kids. That was funny.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just two, baby.
Welcome to WRBN, the podcast. I'm here with Danny.
And I'm here with Brad.
And we're busting another one out. Busting it.
It sounded terrible.
Terrible intro.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
I can tell when you look at me
podcast.
like that. Like we're busting another. And I'd say, and I'm here with Brad. And you saying, we're busting another one out.
I said busting another one out.
Terrible. Get canceled.
I just, busting another one out. I mean, I'm busting it. I just trying to roll with it,
Yeah, keep on.
Just trying to roll.
Keep on here.
Keep on him. Last time we talked, it was the great story about the chain gang having to poop in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
And all the kids come running out of school through the woods.
Yeah.
And you're trying to hurry up and wipe and pull your pants up and get back. Let's just hope none of them ran by the tree.
I mean, sure. I don't think none of them, they didn't really come close. They were all, at least.
They kind of like.
It was like 15 feet away and surrounded. You know what I mean? It's like.
Were they surprised when you come running up out of there in your jumpsuit?
They saw me just leaning up against the tree. I hadn't stopped yet. I couldn't just stop.
Yeah, it's not one of those things that can stop, right?
It's
not like peeing.
I had eaten like 8 apples and a peanut butter sandwich. You know what I mean?
All right. 8 apples.
Apples are good, and it was hot, and they were cold, and it was good. And then
it seems like a lot of apples. 8 in one sitting. That's a lot. Did you eat the core too?
No.
Just checking.
I don't eat the core.
That might be the problem, but it wasn't the peanut butter and jelly for sure. It was fucking all the apples.
Well, I'm sure the core would have came out. My core would have came out if.
It sounds like your core did come out.
Hey. It was
good times. It was good times. You got out of there. You made it out. No charges.
Yeah. No charges. Just
nowadays that'd be something different. That close to a school, with your pants down.
And it
regardless,
sucked.
even if you were It
sucked because when you get back to the jail, to the facility, you had to go in and strip down naked, and then they look up your, you had to bend over, put your butt, do your tongue like this, run your fingers through your ears. And
hey, everybody, it's too bad. Hopefully a lot of people can see this.
Every day.
Hear it.
Every day. And it just really lift your balls and make sure that,
That what?
That
you weren't sneaking nothing in.
Nobody, people can come by, you got phone calls on Sunday. You could say, hey, man, we're going to be on this detail, throw out some weed and bring it back in.
Okay.
Make sure you're bringing no contraband.
No contraband.
Right.
So, like just when you go into jail.
Right.
Without the lousing.
Right. That was
right?
fun too.
They give you louse. Throw that louse all over you.
Tell you what really sucked is you just stand out there like butt ass when you first get there on this wall, like you assume the position on the wall, and you're just butt ass with about 40 dudes. You know what I mean? And they're all butt ass, and you're all just sitting there with your shit out, and it's just like, and the first day, it's like, man, where am I at? And
what is going on?
like,
what have I got myself into?
Yeah, I'm not that
What
bad.
the fuck did I do?
But
right then, you knew I need to clean up my act. You probably went and started writing some rhymes.
I did. I know. I
in your head.
I settled in. I actually had a very good stay for. I think the first one that ever got out. I got out in 96 days. I was supposed to be there 98. So.
First one that ever got out early.
Yeah.
The one that got away.
When I was talking to my counselor, she said we've never done this before, but
you can get out 3 days early.
And then because I was going to the Art Institute of Atlanta from there, and then when I got up there, they that didn't last long. They kicked me out of there too.
The Art Institute of Atlanta?
Yeah.
I can't imagine why. You're a good artist. What were you doing there?
It was weird. I was
get kicked out.
I was of age to drink.
Was it? It had
and they kept and the RA residence advisor kept. One night she just busted in my thing, but apparently she had the right to do that in the contract of the school, and I flew off the handle, called her all kind of things, and
unmentionables.
Yeah, and because she came in and we was throwing a party, and yeah, and she reported back to the school, and that was that.
You were out.
O-U-T.
Out. So what did you do after that?
When I kind of just ran the streets for a minute in Atlanta.
Running the streets.
I used to go to Little Five. I stayed in a boarding house down there for a little while. And this old cat lady used to feed me. And then I used to...
Is this true?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were being facetious for a minute.
I used to be on Piedmont at
the cat lady.
One particular time I was on Piedmont, and I remember I went and stole some... I was hungry, and I went and stole some chicken, cans of chicken, and I thought it was tuna. And so, when you're stealing, you just look at the can, you're in that aisle, and I just blah, blah, grab me a couple, and put them in a pocket, got out, and there was a big parking lot besides the McDonald's, and the McDonald's was closed. It was late night. And I pulled out the cans, and I realized they didn't have a pull top.
I knew you were going to say that. Fuck. So you didn't have a can opener.
So I'm sitting out here.
Starving.
In the dark in this parking lot at the back of a McDonald's, throwing, pitching, these cans at the back of this.
That's fucking
back
crazy.
of this McDonald's, trying to bust them open.
So you could eat.
And all they did was dent, and get more crinkled and never up. And finally, one of them popped a little mouth on it, you know what I mean? And I was trying to get it, and I was like, I can't get this thing open because cut your hand up, blah, blah, blah.
Needed some pliers.
I started walking around this huge parking lot, and I found a butter knife laying in the middle of the parking lot.
You're shitting.
I jabbed that bitch in there, ate that, and then went back to throwing the cans again.
Let me bust another.
Yeah.
Let me bust another.
And then I'd go to the Crystals, which is kind of like a White Castle. I'd go to Crystals.
Inferior White Castle.
Yeah, inferior White. Go to Crystals, and that was racist.
What?
You are terrible because it's a White Castle. It's
WRBN podcast at gmail.com. That wasn't racist.
White
Was
Castle.
that racist or not? Everybody that loves crystals is going to fucking
I'm kidding.
flood me. They're going to be
Anyway.
like, crystal's the best.
So I'd go in there and I'd go into there. I'd get a small coffee because it was cheap. I wouldn't put nothing in it, and I'd go set it on the table in a Crystals and go to sleep in the chair, and they would wake me up every morning about where it was breakfast, and say, "All right, man, you got to dip." And then at one point I crept around and went to the whatever. Anyway, I used to find different places to sleep at the time, and then my boy Zion would, take me in every once in a while.
All right. So you made it through that somehow.
It wasn't that bad.
The part where you're throwing the cans against the back of the McDonald's,
Well, see,
that sounds pretty bad.
It's not that bad.
I would have the butter knife had to be dirty.
No, it's not like I was on the streets in New York for a while, and
How was that?
I mean, I was 19. I was having a good time. I've met a lot of interesting people, but the difference is with like homeless. I wasn't homeless like that. I was on the street and living like that, but I was after something. I didn't want to go back home, but I could have at any time gone back home and stayed with my parents, but I just wasn't.
You were wild and free.
Yeah, and I wanted to be. I wanted to be into music, and I felt like coming back here would stop it. And now I'm right back here.
In Warner Robins, Georgia.
Right down the road from where I lived when I left. Surrounded. Here we go.
It's funny how you got back to where you started.
Yeah, it's weird like that.
Yeah, didn't it? Friday, June the 9th, Rehab plays at the Nook, 9 p.m. in Danville, Kentucky.
Saturday, June the 10th, Rehab plays the hottest little party in the Midwest at 7 p.m. with Framing the Red and Scotty Austin. Cave-in Rock, Illinois, United States. Wednesday, June the 14th, Rehab at the Stadium Bar at 7 p.m. with Closure, Framing the Red, Scotty Austin, Springfield, Illinois. Come get it.
So, you were on the streets of New York. You were wanting to do music. Did you get anything accomplished there? Did you?
I did. I met a guy named Eddie in the Bronx.
Eddie from the Bronx. Shout out.
He was a little dude.
Little Eddie.
But,
Yo.
I heard my very first tongue twister rapper up there, I remember. It was like 89. 90, I don't know. Fear of a Black Planet had come out, and
Black Planet.
by Public Enemy. And anyway, it's around that time. And what was I saying?
It was the question was the music that you're into. What were you doing when you were in New York?
And I met this guy named Eddie.
You met Eddie
in the Bronx.
Little Eddie. Yo, little Eddie.
He's probably my height. But,
hey, little Eddie, then.
And he probably don't remember me at all. And I met this other guy named Scott Free.
Scot-free.
And he was, I think,
I like that name.
First dude
Yo,
that I heard.
Scot-free.
And then I remember the rhyme. He came in and they had put on it. They had like an 8-track, and they were like, putting on this thing. And he came in, and I remember the line that he said, and it was the first. It was like, women are like the wind, they blow, they come, they go, they stay. And I was just like, I never heard nobody rap like that. And then I started dibbity dibbity dibbity, and
kind of a lot of on because we can do a lot of that kind of stuff.
oh man, I'm dibbity.
It's all dibbity all the way.
I'm in a console, and
It's like
flippity
fucking-
Gonzalez.
It's like rap, scat. You know what I'm saying? Blues scat.
Rap scat,
It's like rap scat. That's what it
fresh
reminds me of.
face.
Really,
Yeah,
it is scat.
scat.
You're scatting, but you're rapping. Rap scat. All right, sorry to interrupt you. That was stupid.
It all has its.
It does seem like rap scat.
Scat and rapping has.
And you
its-
said it.
But anyway,
That dude.
I would go up there and
So you learned a lot from them.
no, I was also doing a lot of drugs and stuff like that. So
You learned a
I
lot.
would go up there and they'd be like, "Hey man, you can't be here at this time. What are you doing here at 5:00 in the morning?" And I'd be like, "Ah." But they would mess with me a little. They would mess with me a little bit, and
It's just my hours.
yeah, that's what I do. And
Ask anybody.
but they lived on Gun Hill Road. He lived on Gun Hill Road. I don't know where that got it.
Gun
Eddie
Hill
lived
Road.
on Gun Hill Road, and I would go up there, and I got robbed on the way back on the train,
Oh shit.
and I had all my rent money, and so I didn't have a place to stay after that. I just woke up on the train with my jaw like, oh, and dudes were counting my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's no good.
Wow.
Got robbed on the railroad track.
I was drunk. It was dumb. I shouldn't have got on the last car coming out of Gun Hill Road.
That sounds like a song if I ever heard one.
Oh, yeah.
A country song.
Out on Gun Hill Road.
Last car out of Gun Hill Road.
Yeah. Ah.
He was on the last car.
At a Gun Hill Road. Woke up on the floor, didn't know where to go.
Song writes itself.
Yeah.
Gun Hill Road. Last car.
Yeah.
More of like you could do a convoy kind of thing going with it.
Yeah, 5th of June in the Papaloon. It was wrong on the pot of logs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got hay flown, got a lease on, got beat on by the dog. Oh, whatever. That shit.
Talk about how you woke up.
I used to rock that shit when I was a kid. I didn't
Hey,
know
that
nothing
shit's
about rap
cool.
music. I just like that. You know?
It is rap.
It is.
That convoy stuff.
It is. You know, hip hop and rap and are two different things, really.
So,
I mean,
and then we go on from there. So, did you stay around there? So, after you got robbed at the last train out of Clarksville, that's the song that came to mind.
well, then I just stayed, running around and
How long did you stay there? What would you say?
oh,
6 months, year? Because you're 19.
4 months.
4 months.
4 months running around acting stupid, and then I tried to go to Port Authority and get a bus home at one point, and
Didn't work out.
sold my boombox to get some money. Stayed at a shelter for a minute there, but the shelter, when I went in there, they gave us a little bag with toothbrushes, toothpaste, and this and that, and told us we had to be in by 9 o'clock at night in the shelter. And the first night in there, I went in the shelter, and it was like real homeless and real urchiny, like pink-haired kids with problems that want to come to you and be like, son, what do you do? You know what I mean?
Urchinies.
Yeah, just
You had me at urchiny.
Yeah, it's like a whole bunch of carnies and
Hey, come here. I gotta show you something.
yeah, they told me
No.
they told me I had to be home, be in there by 9 o'clock. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. So I just waited till the lady left and crept out the door and left. And then I was supposed to get a ticket at the Port Authority to get home. And then I went, so I go back to where my normal stomping grounds was, right around Union Square, and it was I had stayed near 14th and 2nd.
Okay, in New York?
There. Yeah. And which I'm not sure, I couldn't find it today if I went, but I remember it was Union Square, and it was a great place.
They probably like, hey, Danny, what's up?
I go back.
It's little Tony.
No, I go back to this place. I'm in New York, in Manhattan, chilling, just sitting on the sidewalk, chilling. And all of a sudden I heard somebody go, Danny. And I looked, and it was a friend of mine, and he had driven all the way up there and said he was going to find me. And I was like, how the hell did you find me?
That's badass.
In New York. Like, I looked over, I'm like,
and he's yelling,
hey,
Danny!
He's across the street, and he's from here.
Crazy. How the fuck would he ever find you? And he didn't contact you before this and say, hey, where are you staying?
No, they were the ones that were supposed to send the ticket, and they never did. And I guess because he's from Warner Robins,
I'll go get his ass.
They all looked at it as, hey, let's go get a whole bunch of beer and cocaine and fucking just dry it up there. You know what I mean? We'll find him. And damn if they
didn't. That's a badass story. So you jumped in the car and was like, hell yeah, let's party.
Got in the van, started riding back. Dude that came to get me got in a beef with it, and then we got off the side of the road. Everybody fought on the side of the road.
Fucking brawl.
Yeah, brawl on the side of the highway on the way home.
Fuck it, we'll pull over and fucking fight.
It was
right?
Crazy. All the
time. So you made it back.
I made it back, and I moved to Atlanta.
Moved to ATL.
Mm-hmm.
RehabTheBand.com, where you can get all of your news, tour information, music, videos, and our store where you can get all of your cool rehab merch. That's RehabTheBand.com.
We get back there, and I'm living off of we call it, over by American Pie and Good Old Days. I forget what the name of that road is. Roswell Road.
Roswell Road.
And we stayed in these apartments. I stayed with a dude from Warner Robins and two girls. And I think there was another dude that was in and out. And then the dude who came to get me in Atlanta stayed there too. And we got in a lot of trouble. They were selling cocaine, and then so we lived on the upstairs, typical apartment. You know what an apartment looks like. We're living upstairs this one day. We're living upstairs this one day. We're living upstairs, and this guy that stayed with us had bounced and got his own apartment. And was a guy. So we're sitting there one day, and the phone rings, and the dude who came and got me answered the phone, and we was in Atlanta, and he said, I heard. Apparently that guy had cheated him out. The guy who bounced had cheated this guy out of a bunch of cocaine money. And
great. So he wanted his money. He didn't give fuck who the fuck was there. Give it to him.
And the guy I was with that got me in, it was a hothead. And he was like, motherfucker, and the dude said, I'll be there in a minute. And he said, good. And so he hung up the phone, and he's like, man, we're going to. So me and him go downstairs. We're ready. We're sitting out in the thing, and I'm like, we don't see him coming. We waited out there a little while on these folks, and all of a sudden, this pickup truck pulls in, and it's getting dusky about this time, and a pickup truck pulls in, and they slow, and they're just kind of riding around, and it looked like a work crew.
Yeah.
And all piled in the back. And dude that was on the phone that was with me, he was.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. I said, that might be them right there. And he was like, that ain't them. That ain't them. And I was like,
a whole crew
and all of a
of them?
sudden, yeah. And all of a sudden, the headlights turned around, came around and hit us like that. And that engine said, whoop. He said, that's them. And then bounce.
Oh, shit.
He took off. I was like, the car had come so quick, and I was, anyway, I turned and ran back upstairs into the house and just closed the door and locked it. Like, dumb as hell. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in there, and I can hear all the people coming up because they got bats and guns and blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
and
shit.
I can hear the stairs going, goom, 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 coming upstairs, and I'm sitting here like where the kitchen is right here, and there's the living room, and the screen door on the second balcony is open.
Uh-huh.
The door is open. And all of a sudden they start hitting at the door. And I turned and just ran and hurdled with that come.
A Herschel Walker. Pull a Herschel
not
Walker.
hurdle, more like, whoom, with the hand over the rail type thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jumped right over.
Took off. Well, and landed on top of a van and almost broke my fucking leg. And on the bottom, the people on the bottom had a canoe. And I didn't figure I could run after I did my thing. So I crawled up over the rail on the bottom porch, which was on the ground.
Fuck
level, yeah. And grabbed that canoe and just pulled it over me like this. And the canoe is bowed. And there was a street light right there, and the street light shining right up under there. And I'm like all the way over, and these dudes are running around outside. Talking about, where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Man, I was sitting there, gung, 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 gung.
I bet you were.
Oh, it was scary.
Shit.
I laid under there forever until the coast was clear. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It was crazy. Never mind.
We're gonna stop right there and we're gonna stop right there and get to this week's unreleased track. One of our favorites.
What is it?
This week it's gonna be React.
Produced by Dallas Austin. At dark and
About what time? When was this? When was this done?
probably done before the
Welcome Home, right?
Welcome Home, yeah, or Gullible's Travels. I can't remember.
I think it was Welcome Home.
I can't remember, but it was when we were messing with Dallas.
It was Welcome Home. That's a Ride Out Chick is on Welcome Home,
and Wahoo About a Hoodie and all that.
Yeah, so that's Dallas Austin, which is fucking badass. You know,
some rhyme verses.
I'm on one stuck in a rage. Life's hard enough without love and the pain. She done me dirty and I guess it won't change. All the things forced upon my brain. Restrain and order but I can't refrain. I'm dangerous when I feel ashamed. Things like this drive me insane. Somebody gonna feel it, somebody gonna feel this way. I can tell the way the wind is blowing that a storm is coming. And I can tell the way the trees are dancing that a storm is coming. And I can tell the way the dog is barking that a storm is coming. Turmoil, anger, lightning, thunder. Is it all in my head? I wonder. Just for that, I could waste another 5 or 6 years of my life. That would show them I mean business. I'm willing to be wrong, but I hope I'm right. And just like that, I could lose everything and never ever get it back.
Lamar Williams.
I'm just glad I had the time to think before I react. Think before I react.
If you're a singer, don't ever take Lamar Williams with you in the studio. He'll steal the whole show. Voice of an angel.
I'm on one tired of getting played. People People owe me money that don't wanna pay, but that's okay because I'm on my way. Better be ready, too late to be afraid. Anger makes me wanna put them in the grave. Think about my family being taken away. A little girl yelling, Daddy, it's okay. Rather have you than the money anyway. I can tell the way the wind is blowing that a storm is coming, and I can tell the way the trees are dancing that a storm is coming, and I can tell the way the dog is barking that a storm is coming. Turmoil, anger, lightning, thunder, is it all in my head? I wonder. Just for that, I could waste another 5 or 6 years of my life. That would show them I mean business. I'm willing to be wrong, but I hope I'm right. And just like that, I could lose everything and never ever get it back. I'm just glad I had the time to think before I react. Think before I react. Think before I react. They try to play me for sucker, wanna react with revenge. Just like someone gotta suffer, might kick a door off a hinge. But when the liquor kicks in and I'm obsessing and stressing, my reputation's at stake. Negative answers to questions are formulating. My melon or yelling, telling me do it. I'm leaning towards a felony, just take some time to think through it. The repercussions of actions, decisions made in the heat of the moment can be expensive, it can change in a blink. Just for that, I could waste another 5 or 6 years of my life. That would show them I mean business. I'm willing to be wrong, but I hope I'm right. And just like that, I could lose everything and never ever get it back. I'm just glad I had the time to think before I react. Think before I react.
Yeah, that was a good song. That wasn't on the album? Crazy, man. The things people pick.
It should be on an album.
It's crazy, all the things that people have picked.
Watch it be on MDM.
All the things in the past that people have picked for my albums.
Right? There's been a lot of good choices, but there's a lot of shit out there. That's why we're doing this. That's why we love this little segment right here.
So
It gives
many
everybody a
times.
chance. To if you haven't heard some of these, just go to YouTube and look it up, man. Look it up. There's plenty of people putting it out. This dude right here, nice picture, huh? That's
That's on the cruise.
yeah, that is from the
Booze
cruise.
cruise.
Tara took that one on the cruise and
Kid Rock Cruise.
Kid Rock Cruise.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we're wrapping. Please like and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on. If you like the show, please like and subscribe.
Yes, and shout out to who was I thinking of? A shout out a minute ago.
Lamar.
Lamar for sure.
That was awesome.
I already kind of did that.
Yeah.
But we love you, Lamar. And go check out his music. And Slum City Kings, go check them out. And my man Chuck Gibbs and my man Zion and Nabs. They called, I think, you can go to my page and I've put some stuff up. I'll try to get the name. But just look up on DJ Nabs' page too. And he's got the fire. And follow us on all the socials.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of them.
And go to check out our Patreon and interests, challenges, and circumstances.
Always.
Check you next time.